Next tonight, the union representing students at Oxford University says it's very concerned that a higher proportion of male graduates are getting graduate-level jobs compared with their female counterparts. On average, almost 1 in 10 more men get graduate-level jobs after 6 months of leaving. The university says it has plans in place but wants to do better, as Tom Turrell reports.
The summer lines are now selling out.
After graduating from Birmingham University, Courtney joined Unipart in Oxford as a trainee. Seen as one of the best and the brightest, she's being fast-tracked, with the hope one day she'll reach the top of the company.
I think for me, ambitiousness and progression have always been top of my list. I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I know whatever I wanted to do, I wanted to be successful in it.
But at the University of Oxford, it seems men and not women are leading the way. The university's conducted some research, which shows last year 84% of its male graduates walked into a graduate-level job after just 6 months, but only 76% of women did the same.
I'm very concerned by the statistics. They show consistency across subjects, across divisions, sort of science and humanities, and for women of lots of different ages coming out of the university. And they show that we must be doing something that consistently fails to close that gap for women students.
The disparity between men and women could be created by a whole range of factors throughout their lives, and nobody seems quite sure why it's happening. But some are now pushing for the university to do more.
I think we've got a great opportunity to do more for women. I think we could carry on without doing anything, but I think this is a great chance to lead the way, really, in this university sector in terms of enhancing women's aspirations and opportunities.
Academically speaking, of course, there shouldn't be any reason why more of the University of Oxford's women don't follow in the footsteps of Courtney. But the worry is, it could be some time before that becomes a reality. Tom Turrell, BBC South Today.
Earlier I spoke to Liz Adams, who's a graduate careers expert, and asked her why women might not be doing as well as men when it comes to graduate roles.
I'd say that those figures probably are quite specific to Oxford University. In general, we don't tend to see that sort of disparity. But there are a number of factors that might explain this difference in Oxford University's figures. We've just done some research asking a very large number of students what employers they most want to work for once they graduate. And men and women have some of the same top employers, but in other cases they do differ. Typically, men will have, say, IT companies, engineering companies, investment banks a bit higher up their list than women. Women may typically rank, say, media or public sector employers a bit more highly than men. And if you want to get into a media job, say, or perhaps a public sector job, you might just have a few more hurdles to get over first before you can get there.
As you mentioned, in 2014 it does seem strange to have this disparity, but in your assessment, in this instance, might this be about the potential employee and their attitude as much as it is the potential employer and their attitude?
I'd be very surprised if it's anything to do with employers. As I said, I think one of the major factors would just be what types of industries are male and female graduates targeting and which may be easier or harder to get into. We may see some sort of effect of confidence when my organisation asks students how confident they feel about getting a job. Very often you see that the guys are feeling a bit more confident about getting a job more quickly than easily than the girls. Not always the case, but that might be having a bit of an effect.
Liz Adams there.